Hi friends! Today I'm finally going to get my Volvo 850R project ready for its first proper test drive. For those of you that haven't seen the rest of this video series, I replaced the timing belt and the spark plugs last week, and today I'm going to get started by doing an oil change. I also replaced my heater core earlier this week, but I didn't film that because it's located under the dashboard and I thought it would be pretty hard to get on camera. Now, of course, before I reinstall my new oil filter, I'm going to fill it up with some new oil, and I'm just using some Motul 10W40 oil. So I think this engine fits 5.5 liters total. So that would mean I can put this entire can in because I just filled up the oil filter with half a liter. Well, a little less, so. Alright, I've cleaned this funnel to get rid of all the oil residue, and now we can fill up the coolant system for the second time. Well, third time if you count the time I filled it up with water, but let's fill it up with some coolant now. By the way, when I got this car, it had a little bit of yellow coolant in it, but it's supposed to have blue-greenish coolant, which is the original Volvo coolant. I'm filling it up with clear coolant now, because you can mix that with yellow, but after my test drive I do want to flush the coolant system and put some original Volvo coolant in there, because I think that's best. But for now this will do, because I can't flush it right now because I don't have any tools for that. Well, that's it for the fluids. Now I do want to replace the gearbox oil and my brake fluid and power steering fluid, but I want to flush those and I don't have the tools for that right now, so I'll do that later. But now, before I can go for my test drive, I do gotta reinstall my interior. But what I want to do is, because I have so little space in here, I want to reinstall my driver's seat and carpet, of course, and then I'll do the rest of the interior while the car's outside, because the weather's pretty nice. Now, for those of you that haven't watched this entire video series, I've removed this carpet to thoroughly clean it while it was outside of the car. And now that it's all nice and clean, we can go and reinstall it. Now, before I can go and reinstall this little trim piece that keeps the carpet in place, I gotta clean it first, of course. And I'm just using some all-purpose cleaner that I recently mixed. That looks nice. Now it's time to install my driver's seat, but of course that's the last one in line, so I gotta pull everything in front away first. Why are these seats so heavy? Or am I just weak? Okay, so I just called my friend to come over, because when I go for my first test drive, I want someone to be behind me. So if this car breaks down, he can tow me back and I don't have to push it when I'm all by myself. But since the driver's seat's so heavy, I'm just going to wait for him for a sec so we can reinstall this seat together, because it's too heavy for me to properly tilt it and put it back inside of the car, but I don't want to damage anything either. So I'm gonna have lunch or something and then we can do that together. Oh ja. Nou gaat zo wel goed. Okay.
Deze heeft er niet te wachten.
First seat's in place. Now let's go and reinstall the other one while my friend is still here. Almost forgot. That's better. So remember when I told you guys that I ordered a new battery? It still hasn't arrived yet. So I'm going to reinstall my old battery and then start it over with my friend's car. So we can go for a little test drive. And then I'll switch it out again later. How I love doing useless things twice. But that's okay. I want to drive today. Yeah. Yeah. My friend was so nice to bring me a jerry can with some new gas. Since this car has been sitting there for 5 years at least, it will probably like some fresh gas. So let's fill it up. The sun's already starting to set, so before I install the back seat and properly install the front seat, I'm gonna go for the little test drive because I don't want to go out while it's dark. Oh! Okay, it doesn't want to start and these horrible cheap jumper cables seem to be a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch batteries from this car and Pascal's car. And then we'll go on a test drive together, which wasn't planned, but I really want to drive today. That should be better. That's better. Okay, so I'm back from my very first test drive, even though I didn't drive that far. It only gave one warning light because I need to fill up the coolant because it's bleeding when you start driving. But other than that, it seems to be running really nice, and the gearbox seems to be good as well because it changes gears, shifts gears, I don't know, very smoothly, so that's amazing. The funny thing is that when you turn the key over, it starts so much faster than it used to, and that's probably because the timing used to be off, and I fixed that last week. But I'm super happy so far because this car is running amazing, and yeah, I didn't even know if it was running when I just bought it, and it's running super smoothly. So yeah, that's it for my first test drive. Yep. There's some new coolant. That's a lot. Okay, now I'll drive back and forth down the street once more, but this time I'll take you guys with me.
Ja, maar hij wil wat dus meer gas.
Okay.
Ja, hij wil wel boost het ook.
Ja.
Dus dat is goed.
Dat is leuk.
Ja, maar is goed.
Okay, that's it for my very first test drive in my own Volvo 850R, and I'm super happy, as you can probably see. But it's getting kind of late already, so I'm at home. I'll get back here later this week to finish the rest of my interior and do some more stuff, so I'll check back with you in a sec. Hi, I'm back, which means we can now go and reinstall the rest of my interior, which won't be that much work anymore because I'll only have to bolt down the passenger seat and then reinstall the back seat. But I'm really excited to see the final result with my restored interior back in the car, so let's go and do that. And you know what, I'm even more excited about the look of the car with these new headlights and this new grille in. And for those of you that haven't seen the rest of this video series, this used to be my old headlights and grille. I think this is so much better, and every time I see this car I get so happy because it looks like an actual 850R now. Just found this panel, but it's a bit dirty and dusty, so I'm gonna clean it first. And even if it didn't look dirty, I would still clean it, because that's what you do when you kinda restore a car. And I say kinda because I'm not sure if you can actually call it restoring if you're doing it yourself and not doing it professionally. I guess it's a hobby restoration or something. And I found a little trim piece as well. And I think you know it by now. I'm going to clean it. You know, one of you suggested me to get a portable workbench, and I think that would be ideal, especially when the paint of this car is in a better condition after either polishing it or repainting it. Because then I won't be able to use the car itself as a workbench anymore. So I think I'm going to look for a portable one. But I'm also looking for a slightly bigger garage. So maybe that would be handy first, because then I would have the space to put the workbench somewhere, because I have no space for a workbench anyways right now. That's starting to look really nice. Now all I have left to do, for now at least, is reinstall the back seat. Installing the interior back into the car is also giving me so much more space in the garage. Look how big this back seat is. And that's just one out of 4 big parts. That looks awesome. I love reinstalling pretty parts into my car. I was going to show you the final result, but then I noticed I was still missing these little covers, so let's clean and install those as well. Because of course we don't want to be looking at these ugly bolts, right? Yeah. And just in case you're noticing, yes, I am missing some of the covers, but they're really hard to find because they often break when removing them. So that will be a pretty big search, I think. But of course we do want to reinstall these for now, because something's better than nothing at all. All right, I think that already looks a whole lot better with at least these covers in place. Now, interior wise, I think I'm almost done, aside from the headliner that I still gotta redo, but I'm not going to do that today. And I'm also still looking for a new steering wheel, because I want the original one to go back in. And I think I'm going to replace the top side of the dashboard as well, because this has been cut out, but it doesn't look too nice. So I think I'm going to get this back to stock as well. And with that, I'm done for today. Next week I'll be back and I'll do a thorough inspection, because I want to make myself a little list for everything I'll still have to do to this car in order for me to get some license plates on it, because that's something I really want to fix soon, because I want to drive this car. So please stay tuned for that. But now, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!